Called before the alien queen, her request left me speechless. And the human envoy ship settled into orbit above the crystal blue world of Lithara. Few aboard understood how quickly history was about to bend. Humans were still newcomers to the wider galaxy, known mostly as persistent survivors from a rough corner of space. They were respected, sometimes feared, but rarely understood. Among the delegation was a single human escort named Adam. He was not a general, not a diplomat, and not a hero by reputation. He wore a plain uniform, stood quietly during meetings, and followed protocol with careful discipline. To the alien court, he was background noise. A guard. A formality. The summons came without warning. A glowing glyph appeared on the wall of the envoy chamber, pulsing with royal authority. The alien aides stiffened. The human diplomats exchanged uneasy glances. The Queen of Lithara was calling for the human escort alone. Adam felt every eye turned toward him. He did not ask why. He did not protest. He simply nodded and followed the royal attendants through halls carved from living stone, their surfaces humming softly with energy. The palace felt ancient, older than most human civilizations. Light bent strangely here, refracting through translucent walls. The air itself seemed to listen. Adam walked steadily, though his pulse was loud in his ears. At the throne chamber, the attendant stopped. The massive doors opened without a sound. Inside sat the queen. She was tall, luminous, her form wrapped in flowing garments that shimmered like starlight on water. Her eyes were not threatening, but they carried the weight of centuries. This was a being who had ruled long before humanity had learned to leave its cradle. Adam knelt as protocol demanded. "Rise," the queen said, her voice calm, echoing gently through the chamber. He stood. "You were called, Adam," she said. It was not a question. "Yes, Your Majesty." "You are not my guest, not my diplomat, and not my enemy," she continued. "Yet I have summoned you alone. Do you know why?" Adam hesitated. Honesty felt safer than guessing. "No, Your Majesty." The queen studied him for a long moment. Then she did something unexpected. She dismissed the guards. The chamber emptied, leaving only the ruler of a star-spanning civilization and one human escort. "My request," she said softly, "is not one I can make to your leaders." Adam's brow furrowed. "Our world is dying," the queen said. "Not from war, not from plague, from something slower, something shameful." She gestured, and the air filled with images. Vast oceans retreating, cities dimming, children staring at the sky as ships departed for better worlds. We mastered energy. We mastered space. But we forgot resilience. When abundance came, we lost the instinct to endure. Adam watched in silence. "Our scientists say the solution is simple," she continued. "Adapt. Change how we live. Accept hardship for a time." Her eyes narrowed slightly. "My people refuse." Adam felt a chill. He had seen this story before, in humanity's own past. "You summoned me," he said carefully, "to ask for technology." "No," the queen replied. "We have more technology than wisdom." She stepped down from the throne. "I summoned you because humans endure." Adam blinked. "Your species survives poisoned worlds. Broken economies, endless conflict," she said. "You rebuild again and again. You suffer, and yet you continue." He shifted uncomfortably. "We do not always do it well. Yet you do it," she said firmly. "And that matters." She stopped a few steps away from him. "I want you to teach my people how to endure without comfort." The request landed like a physical weight. Adam stared at her, speechless. "You want me," he finally said, "to change your entire civilization?" "Not alone," the queen said. "But you will be the symbol." He almost laughed, a short, disbelieving sound. "Your Majesty, I am not a teacher. I am not even important back home." The queen tilted her head. "That is precisely why you are perfect," she explained then. Letheran society revered rank and brilliance. They listened only to those who stood above them. If a high official preached sacrifice, it was seen as hypocrisy. If a ruler demanded restraint, it was viewed as tyranny. But a human escort, unremarkable, calm, and unadorned, that was different. "You will live among my people," the queen said. "You will not command them. You will simply live as you do." Adam felt dread creep into his chest. "And if they refuse?" "They will mock you," the queen said calmly. "They will underestimate you," he exhaled slowly. "That seems likely, till they cannot ignore you," she replied. The first months were exactly as predicted. Adam was given a modest dwelling in one of the lower city districts. The environment controls were reduced. Resources were limited. The locals watched him like a curiosity. Why did the human walk instead of using transit beams? Why did he repair his own shelter? Why did he ration water, even when more could be requested? They laughed quietly, some openly, but Adam did not argue. He did not preach. He simply lived. When systems failed, he adapted. When supplies ran short, he shared. When others complained, he listened without judgment. Children were the first to change. They followed him, asking questions. He taught them simple human games that required no power, no screens. He showed them how to build shelters from discarded materials, how to cook simple meals, how to plan for tomorrow instead of demanding today. Their parents watched. Confused, then came the storm. A planetary energy fluctuation knocked out large sections of the city. Lights died. Climate systems faltered. Panic spread. Adam was already moving. He organized small groups, not as a leader, but as a participant. He carried supplies. He worked until his hands bled. He rested briefly, then continued. When officials arrived with advanced equipment days later, they found something unexpected. The district had stabilized itself, not perfectly, not comfortably, but effectively. The people were tired, dirty, and alive. Word spread. Other districts asked for the human. Adam did not change his routine. He simply repeated it. Months passed. Then years, Letheran culture began to shift. Not toward hardship, but toward balance. Excess was questioned. Dependency was reconsidered. Pride softened. Eventually, the queen summoned Adam again. He returned to the throne chamber, older, leaner, and far more tired than when he had first entered. "You have done what my greatest minds could not," she said. Adam shook his head. "I did nothing special." She smiled faintly. "That is the lesson. Expected praise, rewards, perhaps an offer of power instead." The queen bowed. "My people will remember this," she said. "Not as a human who ruled us, but as one who reminded us how to stand when comfort fails." Adam felt emotion tighten his throat. "May I return home?" he asked quietly. "Yes," she said, "but know this. When the galaxy speaks of humanity now, it speaks differently." Later, as his ship departed, observers across Lethera watched the small human vessel vanish into the stars. They did not cheer, they did not kneel, they simply stood, straighter than before and far beyond that world. Other civilizations took notice, not of human weapons, not of human fleets, but of a species that could walk into another empire, be underestimated, and change everything without ever demanding obedience. Humanity, once again, had proven its quiet strength not through conquest, but through endurance.